Pa Tae-yu's attorney took the bribe for the car crash. He is relieved An Ji-hyung found the memory card that could save him. An Ji-hyung chews up the evidence instead. An arrest warrant is officially requested for Pa Tae-yu with murder and concealment of corpses. The video of him killing is now confirmed as evidence for his crimes. Tae-yu's father has stepped down from the chairman position, while Tae-yu is unconscious in the hospital. Pa Tae-yu's limbs are chopped off. He will not be able to harm anyone in the future. EJ left him one hand to eat his meals. This is a series of a dead man condemned to live 12 more deaths as punishment. Spoiler alert for those who haven't seen Death Game. EJ came to the cemetery to see Jisoo after taking down her murderer. At this point, Cho EJ continues to live as An Ji-hyung. He doesn't know when he will die. He gradually adapts to his identity while solving the cases. During a mission, EJ was almost killed by gangsters. Fortunately, his partner, Ji-hoon, appeared to save him. Ji-hoon's daughter, Sugi, came to the hospital to see her father. EJ treated the little girl to a meal. He pinky promised her that he will make sure her dad doesn't get hurt. The girl puts a bandage over EJ's hand, wishing that he could also stay safe during the missions. One day, the two went on a mission again. The criminal took out a pistol and shot the two. EJ rushed up to stop the criminal. He falls from a high building instead. EJ took that initiative to seek death, but he was ridiculed by the god of death. He thinks he saved his colleague, Ji-hoo, by sacrificing himself, but these actions were taken in An Ji-hyung's body. The god of death shot again, and EJ's new identity is a beggar. EJ thought that he had experienced a lot. This is pretty basic. News of An Ji-hyung's death plays in the media. Everyone admires him. EJ decided to attend An Ji-hyung's memorial service. Pa Tae-yu is in his vegetable state. He chuckles at the news of An Ji-hyung's death. When EJ saw Ji-hoon's family cry for An Ji-hyung's passing, he felt the sadness. The squad leader gave this homeless man a bag of food. Even the prime minister attends this service. EJ's decisions and actions as An Ji-hyung was remarkable, but it has nothing to do with EJ himself. EJ finds Jin-hoo blaming himself for the death of Ji-hyung. He wanted to comfort Ji-hoo, but Ji-hoo doesn't recognize who this man is. At this moment, EJ was speechless. He didn't know who he was at this moment. He had been reborn 9 times. It was meaningless as long as he was not himself. The memory crystal appears. EJ didn't want to continue and chose to run away. He accidentally falls down the stairs and died. When he woke up, 2 more lives to go. EJ is over it. The god of death shot him to enter his next life. When he woke up, he was in the body of the man that died in front of him 7 years ago. Without bothering, he just runs. The memory crystal catches up to him. This office man is employed, married with kids, a life that EJ was desperately trying to achieve. Shortly after, the man packs up after termination. His wife also files for divorce. Feeling completely defeated and abandoned. It's exactly how EJ felt. He rushes towards the street to get hit. Tae-yu looks over his body while EJ calls for the ambulance. Death is merely a means to end the pain he is in. EJ challenges the god of death again, waiting for his new identity to appear. Will he soon regret this? It's the final shot. Cho EJ woke up in a very familiar place. He looked in the mirror. He is in the body of his mother. In this life, he actually changed gender, which he did not expect. Cho EJ couldn't believe that his final reincarnation is in his mother's body. A memory crystal appears. EJ always thought he knew his mother very well, but in the end, he discovered that he actually knew nothing. EJ's mother was once a young girl, full of dreams. She got married and her husband died unexpectedly. She did not collapse, and she was always busy with her son, Cho EJ. She used to work an office job and carry EJ to the hospital when he was sick. Suddenly, she was terminated. As she aged, she worked in the factory, waited tables, and cleaned facilities. She fell sick one day. At the hospital, she called her son, and the news of her son's death devastated her and Jisoo. Because of Cho Yi-jae's suicide, his mother was forced to be interviewed by the police. She blamed herself and felt guilty, thinking it was her fault for not allowing her son to have a decent life. For the first time, EJ understood what God of Death was referring to by reflecting the consequences of his suicide. The 11 painful death experiences cannot compare to the pain he had put on his mother. EJ will live on in his mother's body as punishment. He takes the subway and does his mom's work and feels the pain from her knees. He saw his mother's bank book and remembered the savings his mother had given him since childhood. He saw memories of his mother visiting his morning hall every day after work to talk to him. The mother had always blamed herself. She does not want EJ to be her son in the next life, but hopes that he can meet a better family and live a better life. EJ could not hide his pain. He wanted to apologize to his mother and to be her son in his next life. Seeing that his mother was wearing the shoes he had gifted her, she decided to visit the place he was going to take his mom. His mom and his dad that passed away used to enjoy mountain climbing at Mount Onban. EJ chose to go on this climb as his mom. However, due to her mother's lack of physical strength, climbing was relatively difficult. He made it to the top of the mountain, a wish his mom once told him. It was a promise he made to his mom. It got dark. EJ is trying to head back down. He accidentally fell and injured his mom's leg. He crawled desperately and called for help. He can't let his mom die like this. He passed out from exhaustion. When he woke up, he had been taken to the hospital and his mom's life was saved. He once again felt his mother's eagerness to call him back to life in the morgue, just as his strong will to keep his mother alive now. EJ continued to live as his mother for 32 years, longer than EJ's life. He realized that living a life of fear is not a real life. Living in an opportunity is better. Until he came to his mother's body, he persisted until the last moment. He returned to the God of Death once again and asked the God of Death to give him another chance. He wanted one more chance to continue living as Cho Yi-jae. Death asked him why the change of mind. There's no more bullets. He just wanted to hug his mother one last time. The God of Death told him that he had completed the punishment, and the rest is for God's judgment. Then she pulled out a bullet and loaded the gun. When he fires it, it will neither grant his wish or not. EJ pulls the trigger to the ultimate chance. We're back on the rooftop. A cell phone rings. Cho Yi-jae was standing on the rooftop again. He finally answered his mother's call, and the suicide note he wrote before drifted away in the wind. Thank you for watching.